Marxism-Leninism-Maoism, or MLM for short, is a revolutionary political theory that emerged in the early 20th century as a response to the challenges of imperialism, colonialism, and class struggle. It draws from the works of Karl Marx, Friedrich Engels, Vladimir Lenin, and Mao Zedong, among other thinkers, to provide a comprehensive analysis of the dynamics of capitalist exploitation and oppression, and to outline a strategy for the revolutionary transformation of society. MLM builds on the insights of previous Marxist traditions, but also seeks to address their limitations and shortcomings, particularly in the context of the struggles of the Global South. It emphasizes the role of the peasantry, the importance of mass mobilization, and the need for a sustained and protracted struggle against imperialism and its local allies. In this video, we will explore the history, key ideas, and contemporary relevance of MLM. We will discuss its contributions to Marxist theory and practice, as well as some of the debates and controversies surrounding it. Ultimately, I will argue that MLM offers valuable insights and tools for understanding and transforming the world we live in, and that it remains a vital resource for those seeking to build a more just and equitable society. The emergence of Marxism-Leninism-Maoism can be tracked back to the early 20th century, when capitalism had reached a new stage of development, characterized by the dominance of a handful of imperialist powers such as Britain, France, Germany, and the United States. These countries had divided the world amongst themselves, exploiting and oppressing the peoples and nations of the Global South. This context of imperialism and colonialism created new challenges and opportunities for the Marxist movement, which had developed in Europe in the late 19th century as a critique of capitalism and a call for revolutionary social change. Marxist ideas and organizations began to spread to other parts of the world, particularly in the aftermath of the Russian Revolution of 1917, which saw the Bolsheviks, led by Vladimir Lenin, seize power and establish the world's first socialist state. Lenin's interpretation of Marxism, now known as Marxism-Leninism, provided a theoretical and practical framework for revolutionaries in other countries to adapt to their specific conditions, and it emphasized the importance of a revolutionary party, a vanguard of the working class, to lead the struggle for socialism and the need for alliances with other oppressed classes and nationalities. In China, Mao Zedong became a leading figure in the communist movement and developed his own version of Marxism-Leninism that was tailored to the country's particular conditions. China had been subjected to foreign imperialism and internal feudalism and warlordism, and Mao believed that a revolutionary strategy that combined the rural and urban struggles with an emphasis on the peasantry would be most effective in overthrowing the ruling class. The Chinese Revolution of 1949, which saw the victory of the Communist Party under Mao's leadership, provided a new model of socialist revolution that inspired other anti-colonial and anti-imperialist struggles around the world. MLM emerged as a distinct and influential trend within the Marxist movement, drawing on the experiences and insights of the Chinese Revolution, among other struggles, and seeking to develop a more comprehensive and practical theory tailored to the Global South. Marxism-Leninism is the foundation of Marxism-Leninism-Maoism, and it emerged from the works of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, as well as the experiences and insights of the Russian Revolution, led by Vladimir Lenin. Marxism-Leninism sought to adapt Marxist theory to the conditions of the 20th century, particularly in the context of imperialism and the need for anti-colonial and anti-imperialist struggles. One of the key contributions of Marxism-Leninism was the concept of the vanguard party, which Lenin believed was necessary to lead the working class in the revolutionary struggle. The vanguard party was to be composed of the most advanced and politically conscious elements of the working class, and its role was to provide strategic direction and organizational discipline. Another important idea in Marxism-Leninism was the concept of the dictatorship of the proletariat, which referred to the period of transition from capitalism to socialism, during which the working class would exercise political power and suppress the resistance of the old ruling class. This was seen as a necessary step towards the establishment of a classless society, in which the state would wither away and the full development of human potential would be possible. Marxism-Leninism also emphasized the importance of internationalism and solidarity among working people around the world, as well as the need to support anti-colonial and anti-imperialist struggles, especially in the global south. The slogan, "Workers of the World Unite," encapsulated this idea and provided a rallying cry for revolutionaries around the world. Marxism-Leninism was an influential trend within the Marxist movement, and it provided a theoretical and practical basis for the socialist revolutions that occurred in the 20th century. However, it also generated debates and controversies, particularly around the issues such as the role of the party, the nature of the state, and the relationship between socialism and democracy. These debates would continue to shape the development of Marxist theory and practice, and would contribute to the emergence of Maoism as a distinct and influential trend. Maoism is a development of Marxism-Leninism that emerged from the experiences of the Chinese Revolution, led by Mao Zedong. Maoism sought to adapt Marxist theory to the conditions of China and other countries in the global south, and to provide a more comprehensive and practical theory of revolution. One of the key contributions of Maoism was the concept of the mass line, which referred to the idea that the revolutionary leadership would be rooted in the needs and aspirations of the masses, particularly the peasants. The mass line emphasized the importance of listening to the people, learning from their experiences, and developing policies and strategies that were responsive to their needs and interests. Another important idea in Maoism was the concept of the Cultural Revolution, which referred to a period of intense political and ideological struggle within a socialist society. Mao believed that socialist construction could lead to the emergence of a new bourgeoisie within the party and the state, and that a cultural revolution was necessary to prevent this from happening. The Cultural Revolution involved mass mobilization, criticism and self-criticism, and the promotion of revolutionary values and culture. Maoism also emphasized the importance of people's war as a strategy for revolutionary struggle. Mao believed that the revolutionary forces could defeat a much stronger enemy by mobilizing the masses and engaging in protracted struggle that combined guerrilla warfare, mobile warfare, and positional warfare. Mao's theory of people's war had a profound influence on the revolutionary struggles in other countries, particularly in the context of anti-colonial and anti-imperialist struggles. Also, Maoism emphasized the importance of self-reliance and independence in the revolutionary struggle. Mao believed that the socialist countries should not rely on the support of the Soviet Union or any other nations, but should instead develop their own capabilities and build socialism according to their own conditions. This emphasis on self-reliance and independence was a response to the perceived Soviet domination of the socialist camp, and reflected Mao's belief in the importance of national sovereignty and autonomy. Maoism was a significant development, and it influenced the revolutionary struggles and movements around the world. However, like Marxism-Leninism, Maoism generated debates and controversies, particularly around the issues such as the role of the party, the nature of the state, and the relationship between socialism and democracy. These debates continue to shape the development of Marxist theory and practice, and provide an ongoing challenge for revolutionaries and socialists around the world. While Marxism-Leninism-Maoism shares some fundamental principles with other Marxist traditions, such as the belief in the need for a classless society, the importance of the working class, and the necessity of revolutionary struggle, there are also some significant differences between Maoism and other Marxist traditions. One of the key differences is the emphasis of the role of the peasantry in the revolutionary struggle. While other Marxist traditions have tended to prioritize the role of the urban working class, Maoism emphasizes the importance of the rural peasantry as a revolutionary force. Mao believed that the peasantry had a unique potential for revolutionary struggle, given their position as the largest and most oppressed class in China, and he sought to build a revolutionary alliance between the working class and the peasantry. Another difference is the emphasis of the importance of mass mobilization and popular participation in the revolutionary struggle. While other Marxist traditions have tended to emphasize the role of the vanguard party and the importance of disciplined organization, Maoism stresses the need for mass participation and the importance of the revolutionary leadership being rooted in the needs and aspirations of the masses. This emphasis on mass mobilization and popular participation is reflected in Mao's concept of the mass line, as well as in the strategy of People's War. A third difference is the emphasis of the importance of cultural revolution and the struggle against revisionism. While other Marxist traditions have tended to focus on economic and political factors, Maoism emphasizes the importance of ideological struggle and the need to constantly renew the socialist revolution. Mao believed that socialist construction could lead to the emergence of a new bourgeoisie within the party and the state, and that a cultural revolution was necessary to prevent this from happening. This emphasis on cultural revolution and ideological struggle is reflected in Mao's famous slogan, "Let 100 flowers bloom and 100 schools of thought contend," which encouraged free debate and criticism within the party and the wider society. Finally, Maoism emphasizes the importance of self-reliance and independence in the revolutionary struggle. MLM remains relevant today due to its analytical framework for understanding global capitalism, anti-neoliberal struggle, anti-imperialist solidarity, relevance in the global south, and critique of reformism. Please read the description for more information on these topics. To summarize, MLM is a revolutionary theory and praxis that has had a significant impact on the history of the 20th century, particularly in the global south. Its focus on class struggle, imperialism, and national liberation has provided a powerful framework for analyzing and challenging the structures of oppression and inequality in capitalist societies. Despite its critics, Marxism-Leninism-Maoism remains relevant today, providing insights and strategies for those seeking to build a more just and equitable world. And its emphasis on mass participation, anti-imperialism, and revolutionary transformation continues to inspire and guide social movements around the world. As we continue to face challenges of global capitalism, ecological crisis, and social inequality, the ideas and principles of Marxism-Leninism-Maoism offer a vision of a radically different future, one based on solidarity, equality, and freedom. Workers of the world unite. Please subscribe if you did enjoy this video, and check out my other content on this channel.